Hey, Pineapple.
Yes, Queen.
What do you want to talk about today?
When I asked you to ask me that, I was just thinking to myself, and it popped up.
Mm-hmm.
This past weekend, I was at a really close person's home for their birthday, and I got reacquainted with two very cool people. Two very cool people. I don't know about you, but I've never met anyone who was born in Jerusalem.
Ah.
I've never met anyone who was born in Bethlehem. You only hear that in books. The reason why I thought it was really cool is because I have literally next to no knowledge about Jerusalem, Bethlehem, or Israel. What about yourself, Quinn? You have any information or have any background info on Israel, Palestine?
No.
Right? And
No,
why is that?
None. I don't know anyone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
See? And so I've seen in the news, Israel and Palestine and the Palestinians bombing Israel. And it came up. And the reason why it came up is because I had asked that, is it real? The bombings that happen, that Palestine bombs Israel? And the person that I had met or got reacquainted with, he asked me a question. He goes, where do you think the Palestinians get the rocket launchers from? The bombs from? And I thought to myself, could it be the U.S.?
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, no. They get it from Israel. He said it's fake news. He goes, Israel gives the Palestinians bombs, rocket launchers, so they can bomb Israel. Because he says, where are the Palestinians going to get weapons like that from? He says it's teenagers, young adults that do it. And I thought to myself, that sounds nuts.
Yeah.
Because it's a 1,000-year-old war that they, it's thousands of years. Because from what I've gathered, Palestinians believe that Israel stole their land. Mm-hmm. That's what I believe it's from. Correct me if I'm wrong. Mm-hmm. I'd be pissed too if somebody stole my homeland. Mm-hmm. Right? And so he was talking more about Israel or Jerusalem. And he had mentioned that Jerusalem is a very, very small town. Very small city. And that it's separated in 4 quadrants. There's the, what is it? The Christians, the Jews, see, I'm blanking. But he says it's 4 quadrants and people are split up. And I just thought to myself, that's nuts. That's nuts. Super cool guy. Mm-hmm. Works for Intel. And then I asked him, and this is what this whole video is about. I asked him about life, because that's what I like to get into. I asked him about happiness. And he had mentioned, well, if you're going to be happy, you need to eat healthy. And I was like, oh, that's pretty simple, right? Pretty simple. Mm-hmm. He had mentioned everything over there tasted really, really good because everything's grown and they eat. The food has way more flavor. And he goes, things here, depending if you get it at farmers markets or not, I don't know. I'm starting to blank.
So what's your takeaway? Because obviously this conversation with him stood out to you about, finding out from someone who's actually from, what did you say? Not Israel, but Pakistan?
No, he's from Jerusalem.
Jerusalem.
Yeah. His name is Nicholas.
Okay, Nicholas.
A completely Christian name.
Yeah.
His brothers and sisters, Arab names.
Yeah. But
long story short.
Yeah, what was your takeaway from it?
My takeaway from it. He came here. He's not even first generation. His kids are the first generation. And this dude's killing it.
Killing it how? With
Intel.
Intel. Okay.
He started at Intel way back in the 80s. As an immigrant. Killing it. And yet Americans here struggling. Born here, struggling.
So he was able to get in at a really good time and make a career out of it. Somewhat.
I just think of it. It seems like it just comes down to luck. At times.
Yes.
Mindset, positivity, play a part in it. But, yeah.
Okay, so it all comes down to luck. Is that what your takeaway is? And you just enjoyed the conversation that you had with him?
Well, I just want to say...
Giving some insight.
No, I just wanted to share that. And, yeah. And to say, hey, you don't need to be perfect. Post a video. Stay magical, everyone.